Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Creating Kennedy. I'm Morgan, aka Kennedy, or just Morgan, whatever. Right now I'm filming my skincare routine. I'll insert pictures for you guys of how my skin used to look. When I turned about 20, I went through a phase where I had some adult acne, and it really came from nowhere. I have no idea where it came from, but it was really bad. I was like maybe 20 and 4 months, 20 and 6 months, something like that, or maybe 19, I don't remember, but I was pretty old and I developed acne, and it came out of nowhere. And but through that experience I really learned how to take care of my skin, and now I can confidently say that I really love my skin. I feel like it's so pretty, but it's not, just my skin. Well, it is my skin, but I do use certain face washes and things that I believe help it to look like that. So I love sharing information like that. I know what it's like to have acne, and I get questions all the time about what do I use for my skin. I get questions in my DMs and stuff like that, and I'm always down to help because I know how it feels to have acne. And so the first thing that I use is called Benzi Pro. And what it is, Benzi Pro is just like a form of benzoyl peroxide. This is 5.3. I also have one that's like 9.8. And it comes out like a foam, and it looks like that. And I use this, I need a napkin or something. And I use this every single morning. I like my showers really, really hot, really steamy, like to the point where I almost burn myself. And hot, steamy, like shower water creates steam. So that like opens up your pores. So I just when I get up in the morning, I just rinse my face off with cold water, and then I'll spray this out, and then I'll just put it on my face, and then I'll just get into the shower and let the steam open up my pores. This goes in, and whatever might have been developing under my skin gets killed right away. If I feel like it might be that time of the month and I might like start to get a pimple or something, I'll use the 9.8 because it's a little bit stronger and a little bit harsher. But on a daily basis, I'll just use this one. I'm not sure where you can get a foam version of benzoyl peroxide. I'm pretty sure they do have it though. But before I use that, I use something called Panoxyl, and I used to get it from the Walgreens by my house. I'm sure that it's available at Walmart also, or Target, or anything similar. And I would just use that. It comes out like a wash or a cream, and I would just put that on my face and do the same thing, get in the shower and let it open up my pores and seep in. The only thing about the Panoxyl, you just need to be really careful that you're not leaving it on your face too long because it is very strong. For the most part, I usually see the 10% Panoxyl in stores, and the foam is less harsh than the wash for whatever reason. I'm sure there's some type of medical reason for that. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not a doctor. But the foam is less harsh than the wash. So what the wash would do to me eventually, if I used it day in, day out at the 10% straight and put it on my skin, it would dry my skin completely out. I'm talking, it would give it like an eczema-like state, and it would completely dry out my skin. So just be very careful, or if you can find it in the 5% or anything below that, I would say use that. And the second thing that I use is Solodine. Solodine is a pill. It's pretty small. This right here will show you what color it is. It's pink. I think that's cute. That has nothing to do with anything. I use Solodine. I used to take them once a day. Now I probably take 2 a week or something like that, just because I don't need it as much as I used to. I was prescribed this when my face was completely broken out. So now that it's not like that anymore, I don't feel the need to take a pill every day. I'm the type of person who doesn't like to take pills every day. I don't want to be dependent on a drug or a supplement. So now I just take these maybe twice a week or something like that. But they do work really well. I think they were a key part of clearing up my skin when it was really bad. They're pretty much extended release mycosylene tablets. Yeah, I'm really not gonna describe these to you guys because I won't know what I'm talking about. All I know is it's a pill and it helps clear up acne. That's pretty much it. And you're not supposed to take a lot of dairy with those pills. I know that much. So when I was taking those pills, I wouldn't eat cereal in the morning. I don't really eat a lot of dairy anyways, but I just would like hold off on eating cereal in the morning. I would take the pill, and then maybe like an hour and a half later I would like consume dairy. I just wouldn't do it right afterwards because it says not to consume dairy with it. But that's pretty much all I know about the pills and that they work. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The third thing that I use is this. It's not called Clinique. It is from Clinique. It is the extra mild liquid facial soap, and it looks like this. And I'm not sure if this is focused, guys. If it's not, I'll work on it next time. It looks like this, and it's all the way down to the bottom now. I love this face wash. The only thing that I didn't like about it when I first started to use it is the fact that it does not lather up. I love things that lather up with my shampoo. I try to use a lot of sulfate-free shampoos now because my hair is natural. I don't have any chemicals or perms in it. So I try to use like sulfate-free shampoo, and the only thing that I don't like about sulfate-free shampoo is that it does not lather up. It does not give you foam white bubbles that make you feel like you're really cleaning your scalp. And it's the same type of problem that I had with this face wash initially. I like face wash that lathers up also, where I feel as though I'm cleaning my face thoroughly and it's getting refreshed, and I kind of have that squeaky clean feeling when I'm done. This doesn't do that, but it definitely cleans your face. I've been using it for about 3 years now. It cleans your face. It helps to take everything off. If you wear makeup, you do want to use like a makeup remover first. Yeah, the only problem that I have with this is that it does not lather up, but after a while I got used to it, and I know how my face should feel when I'm done using this. I know when it's actually clean. Do you guys kind of understand what I'm saying? You know how like you know when you get used to a product and you know when it's done what it's supposed to do? It's that kind of thing. So now I'm used to it. They do have another one. It's the mild version. They have a regular version, and both of those do lather up. I'm just when I get used to something type of person. I continue to use it, and I don't really like to switch it up. So I've never really used those products. I'm sure they work fine. I'm pretty sure they won't break you out. Clinique is a pretty good brand as far as being very conscious and aware and paying attention to not using too many things in their products. I think they're like hypoallergenic, and not using too many things in their products that would create breakouts and stuff like that. So yeah, I really love this face wash from Clinique. It says for very dry to dry skin. I mean, I wouldn't consider my skin very dry. It's actually very oily, but it works great with my skin. And they usually try to make things that don't lather up for very dry skin, which is probably why this doesn't lather up, because the lather sometimes, and that's another side note, if you have really dry skin, sometimes using things that lather will make your skin drier. So that's probably why it doesn't lather up, but I love it. It's great. I'm at the very end of this, and I'm actually at the very end of all these products I'm showing you guys. I need to go get some more, but I just didn't have time today, so hey. The next, and my holy grail, the next thing I use is this. You guys, this is my baby. This is called, the brand name is Tretinoin Gel, but it's really just Redden A, and it says it right there. Redden A, I'm not even sure if you can see that, but it's just Redden A. What Redden A is, it's a form of vitamin A, and this is one of the purest forms you can find. I'm not sure all the scientific reasons why, but essentially what Redden A does is so it's a derivative of vitamin A, and okay, I'm gonna just tell you what it does. So this, I just use maybe this much, and I put it on my whole entire face, and I'm kind of mad I just wasted this because it'll dry up. And I put it on my whole entire face. Initially, when you start to use it, I guarantee you, if you Google it, everybody says it makes your skin worse. That was true in my case. It made my skin completely worse. It broke my skin out even more, and my skin started to peel. I looked like Freddie Monster for about a week and a half. But when I tell you, once you're done with however long it lasts for you, everybody is different. Mine lasted for about a week and a half. Whenever you get through that phase, it's like, radiant, beautiful skin. It'll start to gradually make your skin so much better, because what it does is, and you'll notice this, parts of your skin will start to flake off, and then sometimes, especially when you first start using it, you can literally peel entire layers of your skin, because your skin peels on its own. I want to say it's like monthly or every 2 months or something like that, to reveal a deeper layer of skin. So when it starts to peel, so it'll start to peel, right? And in the peeling, what it's doing is getting to that other layer of skin faster. So in a way, it's giving you new skin. So yeah, that's what this does. It makes your skin peel. So if you have a lot of, even if you don't have acne and you're just dealing with hyperpigmentation, I would absolutely say go to your dermatologist and ask them about Redden A. I use the 0.1. There is like a 0.4, which is less, it's a lesser, no, 0.25, and then I think it's like 0. Something. I'll figure it out. I'll put it in the description. But I would say start with that, because it's way less harsh. They moved me up to this after a while, and now I can use this on my skin. I love it. It literally gives you a new layer of skin. Like, that's what it literally does. It gives you a new layer of skin. You can see the skin peeling off. And you just have to exfoliate while you're using it. And when you first start using it, I say just let the skin naturally fall off. There are plenty of videos on YouTube and everything else. People actually show their process of using Redden A, and you can kind of figure out for yourself if there's something you want to use. Me personally, at the time when I was going through the whole breakout thing, the week that I started using this, I had nothing to do. I didn't have to go to school. I didn't have to go to work or anything like that. I'm very grateful for that, because like I said, I looked like Freddie Monster, and thank God I didn't have to go anywhere, because all my jobs are like customer service, so I would have had to been in front of people talking, and that's not something that I would have liked to have done at the time. So yeah, it leaves your skin it's like the main thing I think in my skincare routine. I love it. It gets rid of hyperpigmentation. I don't think I'll ever stop using these. I actually tried to Google one day and see how, because I have a prescription, so and I'm still under my dad's insurance, so this cost me like $5. When I looked it up online, because I'm the type of person who worries about when I'm going to be off my dad's insurance, how much am I going to have to pay for my prescriptions. When I looked this up online, it's like $500 a bottle, like for this little bottle, and this little bottle can last you like 2 or 3 months depending on how much you use it. Sometimes I'm a little heavy-handed and only lasts me a month or something like that. But yeah, this is so worth it. I'm gonna try to find like a knockoff place, or like I might even drive to Canada or Mexico. Like, it's that serious. This stuff, I feel like it's just gonna keep me looking young forever. I mean, oh my god, I'm gonna look 12 for the rest of my life if I keep using this, because it just keeps your skin like this is the main thing in my skin routine that makes people ask me what type of foundation I use when I'm out without any and that's me most of the time, like on a regular basis. I mean, I definitely wouldn't got my face done today because I mean I'm going somewhere and I had to film a YouTube video. I'm not about to get on here looking crazy, but for the most part, when I'm out and I don't have on any foundation or whatever, people always ask me, oh, what type of foundation do you use, or what do you use in your skincare? And when I say I'm always like, girl, I don't have on anything right now, and go get some Red A, because that's what really does it, I believe. Like, it makes your skin beautiful because it's just always getting to that new layer of clean skin, especially when like you keep up on like what you put into your body, so that new layer of skin will be radiant. Yeah, this is like, it's so worth it. It's so, I might even pay, no, I would never pay $500 for this, but I will drive to Canada or Mexico to get it. I totally would drive to Canada or Mexico to figure out where to get this from. The other thing that I use is called CeraVe. I don't know what happened to it. The other thing that I use on my face is called CeraVe. It looks like this. It's hypoallergenic, I believe. It doesn't say that. I just made that up. It's non-comedogenic, non-irritating. It's an AM facial moisturizing lotion. It has SPF. I know we as black people always think we don't need SPF because, you know, melanin on fleek or whatever, but we still need to use sunscreen, especially if you have hyperpigmentation and dark marks, because the sun is going to do nothing but leave those marks on your skin. It's making them darker. So if you use sunscreen, it will speed up the healing process and stop those marks from getting darker on your face. So it's great to have a lotion that already has that in there. Also, I was the type of person who was very wary of lotion, especially with me being so oily all the time. I'm just a very oily person. I didn't want to use a lot of lotion on my face. I always preferred my face kind of being a little dry, and like, I just made those faces because that's what I think of when I think of like dry, tight face, you know, like that. I would have to do that because my face would be tight and dry because I didn't want to use lotion, because I didn't want to be more oily. But honestly, I talked to my dermatologist, and she told me, you know, sometimes that makes your face produce more oil if you try to keep it dry, and when it produces more natural oil, which is called sebum, that can make you break out too. So then I started to use this lotion, and I went through a bunch of other lotions. Every other lotion always made me break out, but this never made me break out. It makes my face look glowy and radiant, and so moisturizing. It's non-comedogenic, which means it doesn't clog your pores. Yeah, I love it. It's the only lotion that I feel like I can use on my face. Doesn't have any fragrances. I don't use anything with fragrance on my face ever. I hate lotions that have fragrances, and they would for sure break me out. It doesn't have any fragrance or anything like that. And with all of these products, I try to make sure they're in a pump bottle, because CeraVe also has this lotion in like a round jar, and I don't understand why, because before I even touch my own face, I wash my hands, and I either have like a bottle of alcohol that I squirt out and I rub it on my hands, or I use like hand sanitizer like Germ-X before I even touch my own face. And I just don't like using products on my face where you have to dip your hand into it, because I feel like that's dirty, and I feel like other people dip their hands into it too, and I feel like that's like spreading bacteria, and it's just like a paranoid thing. But when you think about it, it actually makes sense. Like, if somebody just got out the bathroom and then they're touching everything on their way around the house, and then they get ready to put lotion on their face and they dip their hands into the lotion, and that's just putting bacteria into the lotion, and then you come around and you dip your hands into the lotion too, and then you rub it down on your face. I mean, it's kind of paranoid, but it makes sense also, you know what I mean? I mean, this shirt just will not participate. I mean, whatever. Okay. So it's kind of like that. So I don't like things, for the most part, everything that I use on my face, it comes in a pump bottle, or I'll go to like the travel section in Walmart, and if something that I use doesn't come in a pump bottle, I'll put it in a pump bottle. Like our travel section at Walmart, you know, they have like those bottles with little nozzles, or bottles with pumps, or bottles with spray, and I'll put stuff in a pump bottle, that way I don't ever have to like go into it and touch it and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's pretty much it for, did I do this? Yeah, I think I did everything. Like I said, I'll put below everything that I use. I also want to mention, just as like a side note to all of these products, something else that really helps clear up your skin, guys, is taking care of your body from the inside out, and learning what makes your body react to certain things, because a lot of times we treat acne and skin problems as if it's coming from the outside, but when you think about it, acne is actually coming from the inside out. So it might be something that you're taking into your body that could be helping to cause your acne or make it worse. When I started to pay attention to this and trying to figure out, hey, it must be something going on, you know, in my body that's making me break out like this. It's not like I've just been, you know, throwing a bunch of stuff on my face. Through that, I started to like cut certain things out of my diet and everything, and I started to realize that things such as soda, I don't drink soda anymore. If I do drink soda, I will break out all along my forehead. I don't think the last time I drank soda had to be maybe 5 years ago. I don't drink soda at all. And soda is a bad one for a lot of people. Also pay attention if you're slightly lactose, or you just might have like a slight dairy allergy. A lot of time the hormones in dairy can cause you to break out. So just try to like take some of these things out of your diet and see if that helps a little bit. And you have to do it for longer than like 2 weeks. You have to do it for like maybe 2 months or something like that, and see if these things improve your skin by not taking these things into your body, because acne is coming from the inside out. It's just the problem is showing on the outside, but that means that there's something going on inside your body. Another thing is sugar. I completely cut sugar out, and I was the type of person, I could take a big box of Rocky Road ice cream to my room in the middle of the night and eat the whole thing, and still be hungry in 10 minutes. So that was hard for me to cut sugar out of my diet. It was so hard, but I did realize that it very much played a part in me breaking out. Also, the last thing I want to say is, do not beat yourself up about acne. Do not feel like you're ugly or like you can't go anywhere in the world. Do not make yourself feel bad just because something is going on with your skin. I really feel like my skin truly started to improve, and I'm not trying to sound, you know, all deep and inspirational or anything like that. I'm just giving you guys my experience. I honestly feel like my skin really didn't start to clear up until I came to the conclusion that that's just how my skin might be for the rest of my life, and I was going to have to learn to love myself. Until I came to the conclusion that that was how my skin was going to... My acne, I feel like... Start over. So I feel like my skin really didn't start to clear up until I came to the conclusion that the way that my skin was is how it might be forever. And I started to think to myself, well, if this is how my skin is going to be forever, I can't stay in the house and be upset and constantly, you know, feel like I needed to put on, you know, a bunch of makeup or whatever to cover it. I'm just going to have to get used to it. And, you know, you really start to appreciate other things about yourself, you know, outside of the way you look or the way your face is. You know, I have a decent, you have to, you know, not that you don't feel that about yourself in the first place, because I get it. I completely understand that, especially if you've never had it before, developing acne, especially as severe acne as I developed out of nowhere, how that can make you feel. But when I started to just think about everything else that I have to offer outside of just, you know, my face or me having acne. Like, I'm way more than, you know, like a head and a face and some skin. And when I started to come to the conclusion that I might just have acne for the rest of my life, that might just be how I look for the rest of my life, and there's nothing I can do about it, and I just have to, you know, learn to really love myself. And through the experience of having, I think adult acne is kind of different than having adolescent acne, because you feel like you're already comfortable with yourself, and then something happens, and you start to question yourself, and you start to ask, well, am I really comfortable with myself, you know, outside of how I look? And I realized that, yeah, I outside of how I look, I mean, I had so much, you know, to offer. So when that weight of feeling like I don't want to go anywhere, I don't want to be seen, I don't want anyone to look at me, you know, with all of this acne and these dark marks on my face, when that was kind of lifted off my shoulder, and I'm starting to realize, you know, life is a lot bigger than what I look like and how my face was looking. It helped my life in so many areas. So, you know, that's just to say, maybe it won't go away. You know, you don't know. You have to try different things, though. So that's why I'm making this video. And it probably won't go away as fast as you think it might. Or maybe some people just, you know, have to live with it. I mean, it's not who you are. It doesn't define you. It shouldn't make or break you. And it's just mentally getting yourself to that point where you feel like it doesn't define you. It won't make or break you. And I think that's like a real turning point. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope you guys tuned in. I hope you learned something. Sorry the video was kind of rushed. Like I said, I've been trying to record this all day. Things kept happening. You know, that's my life. Stuff like that happens to me all the time. I do have somewhere to go, and I pretty much missed all the bomb weather that we had today trying to record this video, but hey, it was kind of worth it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and see you next time. Bye.